Hello everyone, my name is Ayana Yasmin. Welcome back to my channel where I share my holistic approach to adulting and my journey to becoming an urban planner. This video will be doing an NYC vlog through the perspective of planner in training, and I'll drop some planning gems for you guys. This trip was amazing and I'm just really excited to share it with you. So, hey guys. Today we have a department trip with all of my coworkers. First, I'm gonna sleep in the van. I only got 5 hours of sleep last night. 5 hours of sleep. So we're sleeping on the way up. I sure am. And I'll do my makeup when we get there. So I need to focus on driving. This is like one of the busiest roads in the city. So I gotta focus. But I'll check in with y'all. So throughout the vlog, I'll be breaking down some major urban planning themes that I noticed during our trip that gives any city undeniable character and really prosperity. Hopefully you guys can spot some of these themes or the lack thereof in your own city or any new city that you visit. Let's go. Our first theme is historic preservation. Some key examples of this are the 9/11 Memorial, the Oculus, and St. Paul's Chapel around the corner. These not only serve as gems of American history in the region, but true cultural anchors for New York City. You can't really think of New York City without these. That also provide job creation, tourist attractions, places for food, business, and transportation, which are all a result of intentionally creating mixed-use spaces for people to use for multiple reasons at any time of day to keep the people or the flow of people moving at all times. Now for my favorite part, the green infrastructure and blue economy. And before we get into that, I want to bring you guys' attention to the multi-layered landscaping of a lower, middle, and higher tier, kind of like a forest, to kind of give you a hug when you're going down a bike lane or a forested path in New York City. And as for the blue economy, it is extremely important for cities based around water to activate this area, and the Hudson River Park does an excellent job of bringing out all of these amazing benefits: ecosystem protection, job creation, tourism, increasing property values, because this place really did a full transformation. I highly recommend looking at the Hudson River Park. And other benefits for green infrastructure: decreasing temperatures because it gets hot in a city with all that asphalt, cleaning off runoff water, again, that beautiful landscaping, different types of architecture. As you could see, that layered landscaping, making it look like truly upstate New York, like you're not in the city next to a highway. Beautiful. And an example of blue economy at the Hudson River Park is all the cruises that you could take around Manhattan. We took the Starship cruises. Highly recommend them. Link in the description. It was very educational, funny, laid back. It was a gorgeous day. And from a planning perspective, you could see the building Jenga that Manhattan plays with the mix of new and old buildings. Hey, Lady Liberty. Hey, definitely got a little pictures with her. And coming from a small town in South Jersey, it was really inspiring to see the scale at which the city operates on a daily basis in all 5 boroughs. Seeing the Brooklyn Bridge, sailing under that, probably one of my favorite experiences during this trip. And after the cruise, we headed over to the Hudson Yards for lunch, where we could see the theme of economic development. Again, you could see all the beautiful trees. There's the vessel. And we headed towards the shops right over to the left. Obviously, the Hudson Yards is a heavy hitter when it comes to the economic engine for Manhattan at least, but probably for all of New York City. And it has generated billions in economic impact for business, for eateries, for shops. So definitely recommend looking at the Hudson Yards. For lunch, I ate at Anna's Eateries and Bar. It was a very high scale buffet, which I truly appreciated. And of course, with this stunning view right here, I said, yeah, this is where I'm gonna eat lunch. Thank you. And I got to people watch a little, and it was nice. And at this point in the trip, I was like, yeah, I would love to live near, very close to a big city to experience all these amenities that I'm seeing, especially the green infrastructure where you could see a Whole Foods on the bottom left, but you could see tiers of trees and other businesses stacked on top of each other. And that white tent below is a pickleball court. Like, where else are you going to get that kind of mixed use? And for the absolutely most magical part of this tour was walking the High Line. I absolutely love this, and coming from an urban agriculture background, I love seeing all the native plants, and of course you could see the mix of, sky rises, beautiful architecture, wild landscaping, brick buildings. It was just absolutely breathtaking, and I'd love to somehow recreate this in the city where I work, and repurposing that old railway. That's kind of an ingenious repurposing, in my opinion. Again, you can see the themes of historic preservation, green infrastructure, and really there are also shops and food trucks set up on the High Line as well, and for tourist attraction, which was amazing to see. And what really made this part magical was this man playing this instrument right here. And being the refined hippie that I am, I sure did go barefoot in this little running spring water attraction on the High Line. It was just fun to do. And the next thing that we did, we visited the little island where the Titanic was supposed to dock at in New York City, and they repurposed it into this extraordinary green space and event space right on the water. Again, mix of green infrastructure and blue economy, where there's all these beautiful trees. Look at the trees. Again, refined tree hugger, well, yes, but a place for commerce, for events. Like, look at that. Look at that. That looks so gorgeous. And there were events that are held here, like galas and musicals, and I'm sure plays in the amphitheater. I would love to be on a project like this. Like, I could die happy and be on a project like this. Visiting the little island was our last stop of the New York tour. By the end, everybody was like, can we go home? My feet hurt. It was 4:00. It was a long day. We walked 7 miles, but I was incredibly grateful to the Planning and Development Department to organizing this tour. And there was no real better way than to end that truly inspirational experience by just driving off into the sunset. So I go back home now. It's about like 7 o'clock, 7:15. I really enjoyed going to New York, like truly enjoyed. I always said I hated New York City, but I think I just hated Times Square. It made me think that how could we possibly implement things like that, especially environmental things that people can interact with and feel more in tune with nature within a cityscape. You don't have to completely use the land that's there, vacant land. You can build it into the city. You don't have to work for it from the ground up. It made me want to live in New York City. It made me want to live near Jersey City or Philly, something. It made me want to be in more spaces like that, where there's a surprise around every corner, a park. I don't have to drive my car every freaking where. South Jersey is like, you can't really get anywhere unless you live near a transportation hub like Atlantic City, within a 20, maybe 15-minute radius of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Other than that, you need a car to get almost everywhere, or take multiple trains and multiple buses to get to where you need to go, and it might be 15 minutes away from where you originally started. All these different languages, all these different people coming from across the world just to be in New York. Like, I know it's not any big new discovery. New York has been around since like the 1700s, but it's exciting to me as me going into the field as a planner. I'm working in the planning and development department at my job. It's exciting to think of new ways to integrate successful ways that people interact with nature and buildings and business, and apply it to a city that doesn't have as much as that, or doesn't have as strong as a heartbeat as New York does. So I'm excited. I'm inspired. This week starts week 2 of classes, so I gotta catch up on some readings. I'm about to go get gas because the tank is empty. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go get gas. Sure will. And I'll see you guys in the next video.